Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's Thursday, April 10th, 2025. Been a rough start to this week so far. 4 trades. All 4 trades have been losers this week. Back-to-back max loss days. But today, like I always say, guys, new day filled with new opportunities, and we're here to capitalize on these opportunities. I understand that this trading thing is a probabilities game. I am taking my losses, walking away, following my plan, sticking to A+ setups, and I know that over time, those winners are coming. They will be here, and they will continue to grow the account how they've been doing. So with all that being said, let's take a look at the charts, look at any possible levels that might tap into, and any possible trades we might take. Okay, guys, so here we are on the charts. As usual, you guys know I'm following the same strategy still. A couple losses won't change my strategy. Here you guys can see ES on the left side, NQ on the right side, both hourly charts. You mark out the session low, session high. Any hourly pivots are marked out here. As you guys can see, put the alerts on them too. 50% retracement is the orange line here on the chart that you guys see. Same thing on NQ, session low, just created here in the New York session. Session highs all the way up here, back at market open. 50% retracement is the orange line, and a couple pivot points right here on the charts that you guys see. What I am interested today, I was interested on this sweep, which was also London low. I missed the entry there, but I think it would have been a loser. I didn't see. And what I'm actually waiting for here is for a pullback back into the 50% level or this hourly pivot. If we could get a tap into both of those, that's a high conviction trade. That's an A+ setup for me, and I'll be interested for possible short and a possible continuation lower. What I am noticing here is that we are in a big hourly gap. You guys can see this one here, pretty massive here. If price could come down here, tap into like the 50% level of this, and a possible bounce or a possible setup off of that. I'll be interested in that as well. Both ES and NQ are both tapping into this gap created yesterday after the news. So we're kind of just in a wait and see here. Wait for one of my levels to be tapped into. If price just continues to sell off, there's not much in terms of levels for me down here. As you guys see, it's just a massive gap. We'll just wait it out. We'll have to do whatever we have, or just wait and let one of our levels get tapped into, and we'll take a setup. Remember, guys, I'm following my rules, staying patient, staying disciplined, and I'm sticking to my setup. I trust my plan. I trust my edge, and I know over the long term it will come and start playing out again. So I'm making sure I stick to it, right? I don't want to change anything because it's showing me profitability. It's giving me payouts. It's giving me wins. Sometimes you land on the wrong side of the probability, and I think that's what has been happening here. And no need for me to change it. We'll keep on waiting, and I'll update you guys if any setups present themselves. All right, guys, potential NQ long here. We get this close above this gap. There you go. There's the entry. Okay, guys, so here's the reason behind the trade. As I mentioned earlier, here was my session low of the day. New York came around, broke below it. We are in an hourly gap and a 4-hour gap on both ES and NQ. That's double confluence right there. So 2 potential bounce areas for me. Price was coming around, swept below London low. As you guys see here, this is the red line here. Gave a nice decent 10-point gap here. Looks very small because that is how volatility is right now. 11-point gap, decent. Rejected it several times. As you guys know, if price was to continue lower, then this would be where it would bounce off of. It would reject it once, reject it twice, tried it a 3rd time, and for the 4th time came, closed above. And as you guys know, that is my entry model. That is my entry trigger, and that is the reason why I'm in now. So now is just a waiting game. I don't control the outcome after I enter the trade. Again, it's a probabilities game. If I win, great. If I lose, great. At least I'm following my plan. I'm staying disciplined. I'm sticking to what I believe in. So I'll go ahead and update you guys here in a couple minutes, see how it all plays out. 1, 2. All right, guys, here we are. Trade worked in my favor there for a little bit. Couple points here and there, but ultimately came back, took me out for a full -1 hour loser. The winning streak continues, or the losing streak continues, guys. It is what it is. I'll stick by that trade 100%. That was A+ setup for me. Sometimes they work out, sometimes they don't, and unfortunately, it looks like we're just hitting a bit of a rough patch here. It looks like it might want to actually continue pushing in my favor in the direction I called out, but again, guys, I don't do re-entries. I don't revenge trade back into it, so now I just have to wait. My other level that I called out previously is the 50% level, and then I do have another hourly pivot up above. We'll be waiting for that to be tapped into and another potential setup after that, so I'll update you guys here in a bit. All right, guys, here we are. Potential long here on NQ. Order filled. Okay, we are in there. Let me go ahead and adjust my stop loss here. Okay, guys, so here we are. Reason I took this trade, we just swept New York lows here on the hourly. You guys can see we are still within this gap here on the 4-hour and the hourly. So I still have a bullish bias here. Once we swept below this hourly candle, I saw the possibility of liquidity being swept here at the lows. And again, a 2-minute, 3-minute confirmation on the candle. We got a nice another 11-point gap here. Once price close, again, price is supposed to, if it's in a bearish trend, it's supposed to continue lower, respect all these gaps, and just continue with the sell-off. But as soon as we got the close above, that is my confirmation. Again, you guys know that is my reasoning behind my trade. And put on the risk. There's nothing else for me to do here. I just have to wait and see how it plays out. And we'll let the probabilities tell us how this one wants to go. So I'll be back in a little bit. I'll update you guys shortly on how it plays out. All right, guys, here we are back in the charts. As you guys see here, the losses continue. We got the valid setup here, close above the gap. Price did go in my favor here for 1.25 points or 1.25 R, but unfortunately it did not work out. It did not continue higher. We did have some news come out at 8:11, which is somewhere around here, that sold the market off again. And unfortunately, the random news keep popping up and taking me out. This was a subpar setup. I have it in my journal as a B+ setup, so it wasn't the best setup, which is most likely the emotions of all the losings getting to me. I took a subpar setup. I've only been taking A+ setups since all of March and all of April, and this was the first subpar setup that I've taken. And of course, it happens to be a loser, right? But it is what it is. We're going to go ahead and chalk it up. Another loss. Probabilities, I still believe in my strategy. We'll see how tomorrow goes. It's just maybe not the time for reversals right now. My strategy is just reversal plays, and we're getting a couple bounces here and there, but the bears are just in the market, and it's tough to get the points that we need for a full take profit. And as you guys know, I do +2 or all or nothing, and it's been a little bit tough. So here I'll show you guys the accounts. The personal account's taking a bit of a hit, kind of down $500 on this one, but it is what it is. We'll try to make it back. Apex accounts, all -2R, $400. I'll show you guys the executions here. Both trades were losers, as you guys see. 2 trades, 0 wins, both losers. -$430 on the day. You guys see here the executions of both trades. Here you guys can see my funded futures, -$400 as well. Tradeify accounts, all -$400. So currently on the week, we're down $1,400. That's I think we're down -6R. So it's been a little bit of a tough week, but it is what it is, guys. We continue to play the probabilities. Today, the emotions did get the best of me. I took a subpar setup there. That was a B+ setup, not an A+ setup. Can't let the emotions get the best of me, because I know if I would wait for an A+ setup, there would be a higher probability of me to get a winner. And I just ruined the probabilities now because I didn't wait for that A+ setup, because my emotions got the best of me, right? But what I'm going to do now is I'm locking up the charts. I'm not going to do anything else. I'm not going to do anything crazy. We have another day. We still have these accounts. We're able to continue to grow these. We'll come back tomorrow, look for more A+ setups, and hopefully the probabilities start to play in our favor. There's nothing else I'm going to do. I'm not going to change my strategy. This is what got me here. This is what got me to all these funded accounts, and we're going to continue that same strategy. So we'll come back tomorrow, same mindset. Wins and losses are all part of it, and we're going to continue. Tomorrow's going to be a new day filled with new opportunities, and hopefully we can make the most of those opportunities. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.